deals flow to cash, right? So here's what you're going to want. You're going to want to get to the point where you're walking around all the time with a proof of funds, right? And you want that proof of funds. Here's what you want to do. As you're raising capital, and as we're going to talk about how you get this money into your account, what you want to be able to do is always be able to say to someone on the fly, there's $200,000 in an account, here it is, it's with Bank of America, it's in such and such, and you want to be able to produce that on the fly, which means that, if, for example, let's say you were going to trustee sales or any other kind of auction format, you have to get cashier's checks, right? Which means you have to withdraw the money to get cashier's checks. So normally what you want to do is you want to make sure you always get your proof of funds statement prior to converting it into any form that's going to prevent you from showing proof of funds. You get your proof of funds statement, you convert. You get your proof of funds statement, you convert. Right? So your proof of funds statement should never be more than a month old. Every month, you want to be updating it. You want to have settlement statements that show that you've closed. So whenever you look at anything that I put together that shows track record, it always shows settlement statements and title documents that prove that if I say I did 50 deals last year, I'm going to show you 50 settlement statements. So there was when we went around the room, there was someone who said, I did 9 deals last year. I took action, I got some cash, I did 9 deals. Get those 9 deals, get the settlement statements, get the title documents, get all of that, put it in a binder. So that next time you make that statement, I don't have to take your word for it. Does that make sense? Yeah. So, and the beautiful thing about a title document is that you just take a highlighter and you just highlight where it says lien. Because next to that space, it's going to say 0. So what I'm sitting trying to convince you that I'm the real deal. I'm not one of the talkers. I'm closing and I'm closing. When I'm sitting in front of that owner and I say, let me show you the last 4 deals that I closed all cash. Right? I can show you a title document that says I didn't get a lien. That means I closed all cash. And then I show you the settlement statement that shows you, and normally what I do is I scan the both ends and then put them next to each other. That shows, let me show you when I opened escrow. It was Tuesday. And let me show you when I closed escrow. It was Friday. Right? So now that we know that I'm not playing around, how much would you like to sell this property for? Can you feel how different that conversation is? Can you sense that that's a very different conversation? You will strike a very different price with that property owner when you're talking. Now, the other thing I want you to notice is, we talked a little bit before about confidence. Can you hear the difference in the confidence level in that statement? I don't have to, I'm not trying to sell you on me, you do read, right? Look at the statement again. Let me know when you get done reviewing it. Right? So now you're brimming with confidence, because that's what cash does. Cash gives you a level of confidence like you wouldn't believe. So what I want you to do is, I want you to listen to the tone of my voice as I make these statements. I want you to hear the confidence in it, and I want you to, as you start to build out your own business plan, your own settlement statements, when you need to find a friend, sit across from your friend, and your friend now has a property. I want you to take your settlement statement, and I want you to slide it in front of your friend and say, I bought that property all cash, and I want you to look them in the eye. And then try it again. Slide it in front, I bought that property all cash, I closed in 7 days. You slide it again, right? And you just keep saying that. Even before you've done it. I'm not saying wait until you do it. I'm saying I'm saying during the break, tonight, Find someone, sit across the table from them and push it in front of them and say it, and say it, and say it until you start believing it, right? Because once you know how to make that statement, honestly, 90% of whatever else is in your presentation, you're done. Because people are sold by your eyes, folks. You're done. Once that person can look in your eyes and they're sold, the rest of it's details. The rest of it's, okay, so just tell me the details of how you're going to write. It's done. And that's what we're going to get in the habit of. You're going to get that mindset. You're going to get that posture. And then you're going to go out and do some damage, right?